What is going on, everyone, and welcome into another episode of Expected Best for your go-to podcast for all things hockey betting. I am Gator Betting, joined by my co-host today, Gretzky Betskis. Franco will be in a little bit later, but Betsky, how are we doing today?
Oh, pretty good. We finally got some rain yesterday. It's nice and cloudy still. Going to a spring training game tomorrow.
Who are you going to see?
Giants and I think the Rangers up in Scottsdale. That field's really nice. We went there last year. So
who else is out there in Arizona for spring training? I know most teams are down in Florida.
It's like half and half.
Yeah. Really?
We have. Yeah, I believe so. Maybe there's more in Florida, but we have Giants, Colorado, Arizona, Rangers, Cubs. Gosh.
I was going to say, I got to figure Arizona's not going too far then.
The A's.
The A's are not yet in Vegas, right? They're in like the AAA ballpark this year.
I believe so, right?
Oh,
we have the Angels. That one's actually right by where I live.
The Reds too.
White Sox.
Dougie Bubbs just said.
The Reds I think are way on the west side, so I never go out that far. Padres. Padres are playing Rockies, so it's funny. I feel like I go to the same couple fields. Braves are out here, I know. No, they're not. That's what I saw last year. All right, here we go. if anyone cares. Diamondbacks, A's, Cubs, Reds, the Guardians, Rockies, White Sox, Kansas City, Angels, Doyers, the Brewers, the Padres, the Giants, the Mariners, and the Rangers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Dougie, I forgot you're a Cincinnati guy, huh? And yeah, Goodyear is far out for me. Might as well go to LA.
Yeah. Before we get into the show, I wanted to bring something up. So I think it was I forget his name, but he tweeted out the remaining strength of schedule for the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this?
I did see it. Somebody in the Clean Hits Discord posted it.
Okay. I want to discuss
Maybe I reposted it in Clean Hits.
Could be.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. The market that caught my eye was the Western Conference wildcard race. That's where I think there's some interesting value. So we could be on the same page here. Mm-hmm. So Calgary, 70 points, 63 games played. Vancouver, 69 points, 64 games played. St. Louis, 69 points, 65 games played. Utah, 67 points, 64 games played. So Calgary's got they're 1 point ahead of Vancouver and St. Louis and 3 points ahead of Utah. In terms of strength of schedule, St. Louis has the easiest.
Mm-hmm.
Utah has the 23rd easiest. Vancouver's got the 12th, and Calgary's got the 17th. St. Louis 7-2-1 in their last 10. Easiest strength of schedule remaining, and they're plus, wait for it, 420 to make the playoffs.
Ooh. Interesting. Now, they are out of a top defenseman right now.
Mm-hmm.
But how long has Periaco been out now? Because I believe they've won a couple games.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull it up right now. So they play tomorrow at Pittsburgh. Periaco has been out since March 5th.
Okay.
Will undergo a scope on his left knee and reevaluate in 6 weeks. So he's out pretty much for the remainder of the season. Correct. Still very intriguing.
Lost last night. I mean, it is, yeah. Calgary, oi. Now, I wish St. Louis was playing some of those teams, but it doesn't look, at least on this. I guess I should just pull it up.
Yeah, so St. Louis is 7 1-1-1 in their last 10, but they've gained points in 9 of their last 10. So even despite their losses, they're still getting that crucial extra point in overtime or a shootout.
The very last game for both them and Utah are against each other. They do now. St. Louis does not play the Canucks or the Flames again, so there aren't any 4-point swings there. I believe Utah plays the Canucks, and obviously St. Louis, that's the last game. Utah plays the Canucks on Sunday. They get the Sabres, which will be a free win. April 1st, they get the Flames. And then they get St. Louis. So they get one of those three, all three teams ahead of them, they play once. That's 3 4-point games for them.
For Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Calgary's 70 points has 63 games played. Vancouver 64, St. Louis 65. So they're 2 games behind Calgary, and Utah is 64. Utah's plus 400 to make the playoffs right now. Calgary plus 164, Vancouver plus 164, St. Louis plus 420. Out of those 4 teams, Utah is certainly one of the more intriguing ones, for sure. I think based on the value right now at 4-1.
Yep.
And then you go from there. Minnesota's at 78, so they kind of have that spot you figured locked up.
Yeah, they needed to start losing more games recently. I mean, they pulled off another heist last night, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't get it.
So
when I look up and down that lineup, I'm like, how are they winning games? I mean, Faber's been awesome. Oh, jeez.
I'll have to ban him from the chat.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's a 4-horse race right now. I don't love Vancouver out of those 4. Vancouver has started to play a little bit better, but I still think the value lies in either Utah or St. Louis.
Yeah, maybe. Calgary is the one that scares me.
17th easiest remaining schedule, yeah.
And
or 17th
they're just
toughest,
ahead.
Yeah. Yep. What's Calgary's next 2 games
spot,
look
right?
like? Yeah. Yep, they're in at 70. So they play Vancouver tomorrow or tonight, excuse me.
That cannot be a 3-point game.
Yeah.
I guess Utah's only 3 points back. Wow, but man, Calgary still has a game in hand. I don't know, man. And everybody's talking about how surprising it is, and I definitely agree. I mean, especially considering they have a rookie goaltender, but but this was a team that was pushing for the Western Conference just a couple of years ago, and I know they lost to Chuck and Johnny, but they got pieces back. It's not like, I mean, Huberdeau's not been the same as his time in Florida, obviously, but it's not like they just got some dud that just, I mean, he wasn't very good his first season for the Flames, but this year he's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Uyghurs, I mean, they still have one of the better blue lines as far as the top end talent of it with Anderson and Uyghur up there. And they have a lot of young kids that are kind of getting brought in with good vets like Kadri and Backlund and Coleman. Like it's not the crazy. It's not, to me, it's when we were doing like our previews at the beginning of that season. Here's a good one. It's not that surprising to me that Calgary is doing better than like a team like the Flyers, right?
That's a good example. That's a good example.
Or Seattle, even to me.
Yep.
Like they have more pieces than both of those teams, and now they have a top goaltender.
You're right. I think the biggest, obviously, Wolf was hyped up at the beginning of this year as a rookie, and I think he has certainly met his expectations, by all means necessary. And now I think it's almost propelled them into this conversation of next steps of where they go
Mhm.
from here after that kind of hard reset they had in the Kachuk trade of Huberdeau necessarily wasn't the same guy like you mentioned.
And I feel like Uyghur missed a lot of time that
Yep.
first season too. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I saw St. Louis with the easiest strength of schedule remaining at 1 point out of the playoffs, and at
Yeah.
that special number may be worth a coffee or two.
I don't think I can do it just because of my own interests here, but you go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, Sharon Govich, certainly look at him tonight for sure. All right, let's get into the games. Starting off with Buffalo at Detroit. Sabres plus 130, Detroit minus 155. Total set at 6.5, minus 112 to the under. Sabres wearing the goat heads on the road for the first time
Whoa,
ever.
what? Is that legal? Did we get like a pardon for that or something? How are they allowed to do
Michigan? Only in
that?
Michigan.
Wow.
So factor that into your models and adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
That's certainly some big news in terms of injuries. Paterka's day-to-day. Kulik's got an illness. I know they just tweeted out the updated lineup, so I'm going to try to pull that up now and see what's going on with the lineup changes. I'm not sure if they've announced that yet. But yeah. What else? Oh, Mrazek starting for Detroit tonight. I think UPL is getting the nod for Buffalo. So Kulik is in tonight. Okay. Paterka is out. So, all right, there we go. I'll start with you though. Any picks in this one? There's so many props on the board tonight. It feels like for a limited 4-game slate. Like I certainly have 3 or 4.
Nice little slate.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
I wish I had a meeting filled day today, so I have not been able to do as much as I'd like. But all these games kind of matter.
Do you want me to start then?
Well, I just dug up Jason Zucker. 1 game back, did not have a point, did not hit his shot on goal line, but still had 3 attempts with 1 shot. His history against Detroit, however, is very, very good, hitting in 6 out of his last 8 for his shots, averaging 4.6 shot attempts in those games. And then he has a point in 6 of his last 8, including a 3-point game against them back in December. This kind of feels good, especially if we have a lack of Paterka. I'm interested to see where Zucker slides in, and obviously you would imagine his responsibility is going to go up. It looks like they got Kulik, Norris, and Tage on the top line, Zucker, McLeod, and Tuck on the second.
Who is,
and then obviously Zucker on the top power play.
Zucker's in on the top power play. Who's taking Paterka's spot?
Well, Kulik, it looks like, with Norris centering the top line. They got 3
for the first power play
line. Norris or Quinn. It's Zucker, Tage, Norris, Quinn, and Darlene.
Okay.
Tuck is not on the top power play. Is that
no?
Oh, okay.
No, he's not.
Yeah, you gotta treat your players well, right? Gotta give the guys who want to stick around big power play minutes and make sure they
after Darlene's meeting with the owner.
Yeah.
Or a GM.
Ooh, so, I got another one.
Yeah, so Norris obviously missed in his Sabres debut. Hit last game. He had a nice assist to Tage. He's still plus 105 for a point on that top line, and now slides into that first power play unit.
Yeah.
So
that's
where I'd be. Yeah, that's where I'd be looking in terms of the Sabres point market on that side of things. Zucker too. You're right.
He's got great history against Detroit too, Josh Norris, that is. And isn't he? I know he's American. He's from Michigan, Oxford. I mean, knowing my Michigan geography really well, Oxford is just northwest of Detroit. So he grew up.
Right there?
Yep. Yeah, it's like right where your wisdom line connects with your Buffalo Sabres line on your hand.
What a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Norris for that value. That's fantastic. This game feels ripe for a same game too, right?
Oh,
I mean,
does it ever?
Detroit is in a must win, right?
Credit to Franco. Detroit's in a must win.
Yep.
The shot market too is unbelievable in this one.
Okay.
So DeBrincat was minus 146 earlier today on FanDuel, has now gone up to minus 155, minus 165. So unfortunately, great parlay piece, but not bettable as a straight. Tarasenko, on the other hand, I'm pulling it up now. So he was minus 140 earlier on DK, is still at minus 140. He's hit in 9 of his last 10 games. His attempts have been there, 4 or 5 plus. Head-to-head, decent history. Has hit more times than not. But at home, he's also hit, I want to say, in 8 of his last 10. 8 of his last 10, shorter time span. He's hitting his 4 straight. 8 of 9. So love Tarasenko for 2+ shots on goal tonight. Seider as well. Seider's hit in 9 of his last 10 overall.
Yeah.
Hitting 3 straight against the Sabres. Yes, he's the other guy too. Seider's hit in 5 of his last 6 at home. And then Kasper, even more. 8 of his last 10, head-to-head, 1 of 2, but his home splits, again, have been fantastic. So Tarasenko, Seider, and Kasper, I'm all on tonight.
Yeah. This looks like a fun game, both for viewing and betting.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I mean, there's so much from here. I don't know where I would go. I'd probably do like a step down parlay, maybe like with a point and like 2 or 2 or 3 chalky shots on goal, and then really up it. I mean, and potentially select every single Detroit player that's bettable outside of like maybe Patrick Kane. I know he's from Buffalo, but the volume's just too scary. But a Larkin, DeBrincat, Kasper, Seider, Tarasenko, why not?
Yep. I mean, then speaking of Larkin too, Larkin looks fantastic for tonight as well. Bit more inconsistency as of late, but has some great history against the Sabres, and his home splits are fantastic. So Larkin, Kasper, Seider, Tarasenko, and then that Josh Norris point too.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Norris point as a
straight. Yep, Kasper,
and I would even consider that Zucker, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Zucker. Norris, I don't know why I did something.
Him and Norris have the same line, which is interesting as well.
I know. I mean, Norris is new to the team. He's always kind of hovered around that point total, even when he was on Senators. He's never been the most consistent guy. So I think both of these are priced fairly.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing sketchy, unlike that Kucherov shot line the other night.
Yeah, what was that?
Minus 110 for 2.5 against Carolina, who he had amazing history against. Yeah.
Burned me. I got killed last night. Like, Ehlers didn't show up.
I got rocked.
Yep, I got killed.
A lot of people did, I think. If you did not get slaughtered and the Bloody Tuesday, let us know, please. So we can drink whatever Kool-Aid you're drinking. Yeah.
Tell you next Tuesday.
Give us your brain waves, please, now.
Yeah. So looking at the lines right now, Tarasenko 2+ minus 142, Seider 2+ minus 148, Kasper 2+ minus 135, and Larkin 4+ at plus 140. Larkin 4+ at plus 140 seems like another auto bet there. Norris point plus 105, Kasper as well, and then Tarasenko with Seider. I'm sure you can shop around. I'm checking FanDuel right now. Seider minus 144 on FanDuel, even a better price than DK. I love all those. Oh, look at this. Look who was green for the first time in 5 days last night.
Of course.
Yeah. Franco. So that was 5 to 6 props in one game that we like. This could get out of hand real quick.
Well, luckily, a little team that our beloved Tyson follows is next on the board, and they go, whoa, pump the brakes. We got 2 props that are bettable.
Yes, the shots on goal market in this game is just absurd. Vancouver at Calgary, Calgary minus 155, Vancouver plus 130, total set of 5.5 plus 102. Also, going back to Buffalo, Detroit, I can see this game sailing over. This is a over and a half.
I don't know that Sanders game felt like it could have too, but
Sabres coming off a good win. Sabres coming off a 3-2 win against Edmonton, where you expect them to that to be an over game. This is a complete defensive letdown game for the Sabres. It forever has been one.
Okay.
This is their MO all season. Not usually a goal scorer guy, but Larkin, Tage, anytime goal scorer plus 593 seems like it may be worth the sprinkle.
Oh.
Agree with that.
There we go.
Love that, Rich. All right, Vancouver, Calgary. Vancouver is on a 2-game losing streak. Calgary is on a 1-game winning streak. Vancouver 4-6-0 in their last 10. Calgary 4-3-3 in their last 10. I have 2 pieces. That's another same game parlay, but I will let you start in this one. Vancouver, Calgary, Betsky.
Well, I don't really have much I would like to talk about here, but isn't Jake DeBrusk from Alberta or Calgary? Edmonton, and he does tend to show up against Flames, who would have been his childhood rival. He has been on a little bit of a tear, hitting in 5 games straight. He's averaging 3.8 shot attempts. His line is 1.5 for minus 142. He has hit 7 out of the last 9 games he's played against the Flames, averaging 3.7. That looks like maybe a nice little 1.5 guy to smash with like somebody like Cider or something. Kadri, it's a parlay piece, but his 3 shots looks incredible. Has hit 11 out of the last 14 games against Vancouver, averaging 6.8. Again, this is kind of like a Larkin type player, shows up in big games, all blood and piss and vinegar type of player. And that's kind of exactly what you're looking for at this point in the Yoff race, if you will. Somebody was talking about Jaeger. I think they may just like Jaeger, but I don't see too much value there unless there's something I'm missing. And then, I mean, do we just go back to Hronik?
Or
Connor
Garland.
The birthday boy coming after his birthday?
Yes. Him and Kadri paired up tonight. Garland at 2, Kadri at 3 is plus 136 on DK. That's the only parlay that I had locked in in this game. So finding value on both those guys. Calgary allows the 10th most shots on goal forwards in the last 10. Vancouver is right behind them at 11. Give me those 2 in this game for plus 136 parlay.
Cool. I like that.
DeBrusk too, I don't mind as well. His home and away splits, he's better at home, but he's still hitting 50% of his road games, so there's that option as well. Sharangovich does have a good history against Vancouver, but again, his recent form is just not enough for me to take him in this one. So yeah.
But then I think the question everybody is begging to ask though is EP40. Coming off a 9-shot attempt, 4-shot on goal performance against the Montreal Canadiens. Has hit 8 out of 14 games against the Flames at 4.5 shot attempt average. What do you do? What do you do? Let's just see how nasty his back-to-back stats are, because they're probably awful.
Yeah,
Well, he's missed the last 4 in his back-to-back, and then he hit 6 straight. So real flip of the coin.
This is numbers. On the road this year, Pettersson has hit his 1.5 line in 28.6% of games.
Yeah.
At home, he's hit at 63.3. It feels like an under night. I may just have to just to see if
I'm
I can.
not touching it. Just avoid it.
I can't either. I've hit 2 bets with him. I've hit an under and over with him tonight. I can't risk the streak of
drop him like the
I'm
Toy
not
Story
hearing
meme.
it correctly
Drop him.
tonight.
You're done
Yeah.
with him.
No, I'm not getting the same vibes from Pedersen tonight that I usually do, where his indication what I kind of want to do. So, all right, that's all I had. Garland, Kadri,
Garland, Kadri, Pardry.
Yep, Garland 2+, Kadri 3+.
What did I just say? Garland, Kadri, Padri, Garland, Kadri, Parlay. Just those two.
Yeah, plus 136.
Yeah, I like that. I really like
that. Oh, I also had Mackenzie Weegar Point circled on my short list today.
Man.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. All right, well, that's all we need to talk about there. Next game up, Anaheim at Utah. Utah, get ready for this, minus 298. Anaheim plus 240. Total set at 6.5, plus 110 to the over, minus 130 to the under. Cap, we brought up before your St. Louis Blues. For anyone who missed this, they're 1 point out of the playoff race right now. They have the easiest strength of schedule remaining, plus 420 to make the playoffs. So, Cap, we'll hear your thoughts on that one. I
think we already know what they will be.
Yep, I have a feeling too. But Anaheim, Utah, Betsky, what do you got in this one?
Well, Clean Hits Trent is going to be in attendance with his whole family. So he absolutely hates the Ducks. So you know which way this is going. But yeah, kind of a must-win game for Utah. I feel like all these bubble teams we talked about are must-wins at this point. But took Toronto to overtime, being down 3-0. There was a loud goal for Toronto that probably shouldn't have been with the high sticking and whatnot. That's a different matter. I mean, Gunther at 2 looks fantastic again. He's listed at 3.5 for plus 108. He has 2 7-shot games in a row with 14 and 13 shot attempts in those games, and the Ducks are allowing the most shots against in the entire league.
The whole league.
I believe so, at least over the entire course of the year, right?
Yep.
They just got stomped on by the Capitals in a 4-7 drubbing, and now have to fly to Utah. Not a super long flight, but that's got to be at least 2.5 hours. It's 1.5 for Phoenix there, and then you go into the altitude on a back-to-back. I don't believe the Ducks have played in Utah yet on top of it all. So, yeah, I'm going to probably lean a little heavy on the Utah side of things here in the must-win. But Cutter Gauthier 1.5 looks great again. That seems like it's been a little bit of a wagon lately. I may be willing to take Gunther as a ladder in this type of situation. I know Keller has been fantastic against the Ducks, generally in that 2.5 range, hitting in 5 of his last 7 and taking 7 shot attempts on average in those 7 games. As far as the points go against him, he's had 2 multi-point games with 4 and 3 against him in those last 7 games and has hit in 4 of 7 games. But again, this is a must win, and Keller has a point in 9 of his last 10 games as well. Again, he's listed at 1.5, but that is a beautiful parlay piece, especially if you want to staple it to Schmaltz. Hey, Logan Cooley has not had a point in 4 games now. That is the longest he has gone, I believe, all season. Yep, twice as long. He has 1 game of 3 pointless games or 1 streak, but feels like at some point here that's got to break. He's minus 134 point though, which I kind of feel like is the book showing their cards a little bit, because he was in the closer to plus money, even money, or minus 105 in the last couple games. So is that enough of a pitch?
Yep. Cutter at 2. Love it. Love that tonight. Minus 145 on DK. I'm trying to see if the blue book has a better number. For Cutter, minus 156. Nope. So minus 145 on DK is certainly a better price there. Nick Schmaltz at 3+, getting plus money on that tonight also feels like some incredible value. Plus 125. He was plus 130 earlier. So I absolutely, actually, it's plus 134 on the blue book right now. But yeah, Schmaltz hitting his last 2, great attempt numbers, hitting 5 of his last 6 against Anaheim, and has pretty good home split. So yeah, all over.
I love that Dougie Bubs look. Larkin Gunther at 2.5. Ah, God, I hate saying this term, but that feels a little free.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point,
and then I'm down to
go
ladder.
From there.
Actually,
yeah.
I'm down to ladder both up to 5.
Yeah, I would too. Why wouldn't you just play him as straights? Larkin's plus money right now at 4.
Because it's not as fun.
Oh, true. I forgot about that.
Also, that means just like way more units. But yeah, if a couple of ways you could take it. If you like Larkin more than Spicy Dylan, start off with them at the 3s, which is plus 115-ish. Then you could either take those individuals as laddered up. So like Larkin at 4, Larkin at 5, or Gunther at 4, Gunther at 5, or go nutso and smash them all together and pray. Oh, look who it is.
Hey, being in the chat's a lot more fun than being on the show. Because I just follow you guys.
All right, see ya. We don't need you anyways.
Perfect. Yeah, Franco, I guess we'll take a quick pause here. What were your plays in the first 2 games?
I'm staying off Buffalo, Detroit because I don't know. I kind of
that was a game we had 5 picks in each.
Yeah,
I know. You guys can have it. I can see an over there. Must win for Detroit, as we jokingly say all the time. But I don't know if like you try to go against the streak. I mean, they've just been unfortunate, and they're not getting wins no matter how you look at it. So yeah, I think you just stay away. I wanted to take Detroit this morning at minus 140 or whatever it was, but I just can't. I can't do it. And then Vancouver, Calgary. I took Calgary money line at minus 140 earlier and split a unit between the money line and the reg line, which was plus 120. So I like Calgary to get done. Vancouver's on the back-to-back. Wolfson net, who I prefer to have. Calgary's home record is pretty damn dominant as well for as mid overall their record is. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't mind I listen to you guys. Like I think the DeBrusque look is probably a good look. But yeah, I lean Calgary there. And then this Utah game, Utah should never be minus 300 versus like anybody. But I get it. Like I get why. Like I get why. Like they need these wins more than Anaheim does at this point. Anaheim's on the back-to-back too, so it's kind of a rough spot for them. But I don't know. I can't lay anything with Utah. Let's put it that way. I did bet Zegras under 1.5 shots though.
Ooh,
who would be in net if Dostal does not play?
Gibson should be back, is what I was reading.
Okay, he is healthy.
Today.
He didn't play. Yeah.
So Husso was the backup last night, but they said, like I saw a story earlier today that Gibson should be good to go. That was earlier today. I've been running around for like the last 4 hours, so I don't know if anything's changed since then. But yeah.
Cool.
All right, Petsky. So you liked Cutter.
I love Cutter for 2. Yeah.
Yep. Schmaltz at 3.
Oh wow, he just got engaged too. Yeah,
nice.
That doesn't look bad. I guess my concern here is playing with Cooley, and Cooley probably desperately wanting to get on the score sheet again. He had 7 attempts and 3 shots last game. Does he try to hog it a little bit more and take a little bit more of the shots away, or does Keller, or I don't know. I'm not willing to do Schmaltz to 3. I'm sorry.
And then Hayton or Gunther.
I gotta go Gunther. I mean, 13 and 14 shot attempts is just insane. And granted, like I always get a little worried that somebody just drops off afterwards, but he seemingly understands the assignment right now.
Yeah. Hayton's also intriguing though at that number and plus money, hitting 6 of his last 8 home games. And his attempts, despite missing, have still been pretty solid. So
yeah, how did he have 7 shots and Gunther had 7 on the same line against Chicago? Never mind.
Chicago.
Because of Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, now you're getting Anaheim, so it's like,
yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys look at Zegras shots by any chance? His under. Cat brought it up earlier, and it looks fantastic.
So. There's one game against Utah this year, 5 shots on goal on 8 attempts.
Yeah.
Did you see his history against the team though?
Yeah, his history is good against them. I'm just going based on his recent form. Is just
yeah.
And
that was back when they were way leakier.
Well, on the road this year, he's hitting 70.6% of his games. At home, he's hitting 40%.
All right, you guys have fun with this.
I'm not touching it.
No way.
No.
I love it.
Yeah. All right.
You could be the one that you could be the under 1.5 guy tonight. I will.
Yeah.
That title.
Hey man, I
can't do it.
You guys wondered how I made money last night? That was some of the shit I was betting. Was like Lundell under 1.5. Hit on that bad boy. I forget who the other one was, but there are a couple unders that I hit. So yeah.
All you.
Okay.
All right. Last game of the night, Montreal at Seattle. Seattle plus 124, or Seattle minus 148, excuse me. Montreal plus 124. Total set at 6.5, plus 105 to the over, minus 125 to the under. Montreal 6-3-1 in their last 10. Seattle 4-10 in their last 10. On the road this year, the Habs are 15-15-2. At home this year, Seattle is 14-15-4. Line A is a game time decision tonight. Didn't play last night with an illness, but that is the only news I have in terms of that.
Shane Wright goal.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Right.
Yep.
He missed last time, but
gotta go back.
That was the only time they've ever offered his shots.
And he missed
0.
Right? He missed like everything.
0 shots.
I feel like they offered point shots.
No,
they had everything.
Yep, they had everything for him that game. And then Montour had a fucking hat trick and like 14 shots because he had a baby.
Mm-hmm. The day after, nobody knew about it. He had the baby the next day.
Yeah,
he flew back to Seattle, had a baby, and then flew all the way back to the other side of the country to play like the Islanders. And Shane didn't get to have a second chance at revenge. But in case you don't know why we're talking about this, Shane Wright was widely considered to be a first overall pick in the 2022 NHL draft. And Montreal held that pick and took Slavkovsky over him. Jersey won the lotto because they are one of the luckiest franchises in the world. Took Simon Nemec at second overall because they didn't need a forward. And then Zona at the time took Logan Cooley, making Shane Wright drop down to 4. But go watch Shane Wright's reaction to getting drafted, where he glares at the Montreal draft table and kind of does like a what up. And then he had some sort of comment about how, oh no, that may have been not Zegras. What was his name? He played on Detroit and then got like traded to the Sharks or something. He's like out of the league already. Somebody said something about filling up their nets with goals, but Wright does not like Seattle or Montreal.
Yeah.
And his goal is plus 330.
And they're not offering us shots because
no.
Why would they?
No.
Franco, I guess we'll start with you in this one. Any plays in Montreal, Seattle?
Give me Habs money line. That's my main play here. I get they're on a back-to-back. They've actually been quite good on back-to-backs this year. I believe they're 7-4, and like against significant teams, they've gotten wins. I think it's like Avalanche and like Oilers, stuff like that. Like I was surprised when I was looking back at it. So, definitely like Habs money line here. I will be sprinkling that Shane Wright goal and probably his point prop as well. I think is worth a look, just given his recent form, especially for the points. You're at least getting that today. It's plus 105, so not a bad look there either.
Yep. Slavkovsky over 1.5. So this is interesting. It'll be without Line in the lineup. I think this is kind of dependent on that. With Line out of the lineup last game, he had 4 shots on goal on 6 attempts. The only concern with him, I did have him on my short list today, and then kind of doing some more research. On the road this year, he's hit in 38.7% of the games. However, he has been much better away as of late, just looking at his chart. So I wouldn't put too much consideration into that. But yeah, Slavkovsky is certainly a guy to target. Matty Beniers, too, is another one that I really like tonight. He's coming off a game where he had 9 shot attempts. He's hitting 4 of his last 5. Some pretty decent history against Montreal and has been much better at home. So haven't played Matty Beniers over 1.5 this year, and tonight's going to be the night to hop on that train. So he's certainly one of the guys that I have circled.
All right, let me paint you a picture.
All right,
this is a new game on the expected bets for, and without looking, it's called Guess the Odds, and I'll give you the stats. This player who is playing in this game has hit his 2.5 shots on goal line in 4 of the last 5. He's averaged 8 shot attempts in those games. What are the odds for his shots on goal tonight? And just to give you a little bit more context, he's hit in 7 of the last 10 games with an average of 6.7 across all of those games. And he is better in the situation that he is in, aka the home or road split, than he is on the opposite.
Is this Caulfield?
No, but what is the line? What would
plus 145?
You've looked.
I know who it is. I just knew who it was.
Is it done, Montour?
Yeah,
because I knew it was done. I knew it was done.
Yeah, I have him circled right here.
I didn't look though. I swear. Yeah. I just knew he's been killing. Like,
yep.
Why is Montour minus 110 and Dunn is?
This is the perfect segment because this is what I wanted to bring up. Either Dunn or Montour is going over their 2.5 line tonight, and it's which one is going over.
All I need to say is Montour had 2 shots in the first period against Washington when I took him the last game, and he finished with 2 shots on goal.
On 8 attempts.
So frustrating, man. But yeah, he'll probably hit tonight.
Yep.
Which one was that?
Montour. It's Dunn or Montour. Either so one of them's hitting tonight. It's just trying to figure out which one.
So Dunn recently has been better on the road, though. Just last 10. He's 50% at home, 70% on the road.
Yeah, but double-digit shot attempts last game and usually doesn't have.
Yeah, I mean, just his recent form is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to take it just based on the price alone. But again, I mean, this feels like the Frank Nazar effect.
Yeah, Montour at home though.
It's Kucherov yesterday, Brady Tkachuk 2 days ago. Yep.
So I just want to call it the Frank Nazar one because that's more irrelevant player that years from now we can call it that, and we'll be like, how are we talking about this guy?
So there it is, Montour at 2+. Add that to the card.
3+, you mean?
3+, correct. Okay. Jordan Eberle.
Are you going to bet on Jordan Eberle in 2025? Is that what's happening right now?
What year is it?
He's hitting 3 of his last 5. He's got incredible history against the Habs. I don't think he's missed.
Yeah, but that was like when you were in middle school.
I'm seeing 2024 on here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All right.
Do what you want to do, man.
Yeah, Go have fun.
I will say
I
this.
can't.
Last year, I remember betting him a few games when he was like kind of hot, and it seems like
he had like a stretch.
He has his streaks every year. So like, if is this it? Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, playing with Chandler Stevenson and Eli Tolvanen on the third line.
Come on, man. That's Ellie Tolvanen, and no disrespect.
So, yeah,
all he needs is
really
two.
messed up the phonetics.
He just
on that.
needs two.
Yeah, and it doesn't get any power play time to get those two.
Yeah.
I got one for you. How about this? Look at the home road splits on James Schwartz's last 10, or even for the whole year.
Yeah, it's
on
insane.
His shots
at 1.5, by the way, not 2.5.
No, at 2.5 even. I'm saying for his under.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Before he was a home dog, like all season. This last 10's crazy though.
Yep. I mean, even last 20 isn't that great. 35%. I'm saying he could be a piece for an under if you got another leg.
Yeah, but he's 64% at home.
Franco's not concerned about home and away splits today. We saw
no.
Oh.
Wait. What do you wait? You're saying for the season?
Yeah.
I'm seeing that he's 42% under. I'm talking 2.5. No, 2.5.
Okay.
2.5.
I'm talking 1.5.
Yeah, if you want to go down, but I'm just saying, as a piece, 2.5 feels like too high of a number for him.
Agreed. So you want to go under?
Yeah.
For minus 150?
Yeah, as a piece, I think so. I'll find another leg.
Zegras under 1.5. You're under parlay of the day.
There you go. Yeah, do it.
Zegras is plus money. I can bet him straight. I'm already on that. It's already posted.
Whatever.
Yeah, Suzuki over 1.5. Certainly not a bad look for parlay piece as well. So,
we've officially spent 48 minutes talking about 4 games again.
Wasn't that the intention?
We did it again.
You guys were just stalling until I could get on, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's put together.
Well, after you told us that you're the only person that made money last night, we had to.
Yeah, now I have to follow it up, I guess.
Yeah, I got my teeth pushed in. Back-to-back parlays. Cale Makar, last one ruined. Before that, Rob Thomas ruined. We keep coming up one leg short. Do we want to stick with 4 legs, or do you want to go down to 3?
I'm doing my part.
4 legs.
Oh, we're doing that now? Just Gretzky's leg hits, we're good to go. Yeah, is that's what we're doing here? All right, noted. All right, let's start off.
I'll take Rob Thomas point every single game as a parlay piece, and of course it's that one that he misses.
I know that was.
Yeah. Same for Makar in that spot, man.
I know. I
mean, we're talking about. Yeah,
that was. I didn't have any concern with that, but my plus 105 Bushi shots was carrying the weight.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you see the opportunities he passed up at like the start of the second period? He's like 5 feet from UPL and just dishes the puck. I almost like jumped through my TV screen being like, what the hell are you doing? Then he did it again 10 seconds later. I'm like, shoot the fucking puck. He does, and he scores. I'm like, wow, who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought? You shoot the puck and you score.
I don't really watch Sabres games, so no, I didn't.
Well, tonight you're gonna.
No, I did. I did watch that. That was on like power play, I believe. I know, but that was before he was at like he had only had like 1 shot at that point. I don't think that was like what.
Yeah, at the end of the first period, he ripped one from center ice on net, and I was like, "That's what we need." Like everyone, take notes. Like end of period, put one on net.
I definitely remember what you were talking about because when he was passing up on the lanes, I was like, "Oh, here we go."
Yep.
He had 4 shots. There was no concern. There was no sweat on my end.
No.
Unlike whoever picked Makar.
Hand up. And then I think Franco, did you have Thomas the earlier one?
Thomas. Yeah.
All right, Betsy, you're up tonight. Better hope you keep doing your part then.
Whatever.
Hot seat.
I'm fine. I will not be putting Dunn in this, though. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
Your first
What do we
leg of
want?
this parlay. I have a few notable names that we can go through. If we're just going to do one in each game, that's fine.
No,
Garland
we
or
don't have to.
Kadri.
Like, I'd rather.
Yeah, we
hit.
don't have to. That's true. All right. Garland or Kadri.
But if it works that way, that's fine by me. But I'm already on Kadri with
Garland
that
at
Garland.
2+
I'm
then?
tailing you on that, so I don't necessarily want to double down on that.
Okay. All right.
We don't trust DeBrusque, right? Like when it comes down to it.
I mean, if that's what you want to throw into the fire,
I don't know that I want to throw that in the fire. I
There
just
you
know
go.
you guys were talking about it, so I'm just making sure we're covering all the
Love that.
bases.
Dunn 2, Gunther 3, Larkin 3, Sider 2. Yeah, love that.
That's a nice builder.
All right. I mean, does anyone have any pick that they're extremely confident about? DeBrincat at 3.
I think DeBrincat scores tonight.
I do too.
And then we get the curse of he scores early in the first period, then stops shooting.
Like
point then.
I kind of like his point as well.
Wow, yeah, it's point.
Yeah.
He hasn't hit in 4 games.
Yeah, I think based on like that performance that last game and how snake bitten that team was.
All right, DeBrincat point.
And he plays on a line with Kane, who is
Yep.
Buffalo centric. That's not where. Never mind. Never mind.
Gotta be careful with where you go with that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to talk about the frat parties, but that was almost.
I guess there's several stories then you can go with that direction too. Yeah. All right. So DeBrincat point.
I really do not mind Zucker 1.5 shots per point, but I'm fine with holding off and seeing what garbage you throw at the table first.
The shows just builds your confidence.
I wish they offer Kulik, man. Come on, let's get this guy.
I know.
Matty Beniers at 1.5.
What?
That's fine.
You wanted garbage. I'll give you garbage.
I thought you were going to give us EP40.
Why are we on this?
Okay. I'm on it as a straight.
Okay.
But if you're not, I'm fine double
That's
dipping.
fine.
Like
That's
some
fine.
people.
I'm fine.
Montreal. That's fine.
I'm
Nice.
fine with that.
All right. Is he better at home? Oh yeah.
All right, so we got DeBrincat point and Benier shots. So now we need these other 2 games.
Yeah.
Please don't say quitter. Well, actually, if Betsky, if you say it, then that's fine, I guess. But
I'm on him.
Cutter?
Yeah, first. Yeah.
What,
He's
quitter?
mad. Quitter.
Okay.
He sold me on like 2 big parlays not that long ago, and I just hate him now.
So what about Gunther at 3?
No, I can't. I don't.
Schmaltz.
I don't want to. Yeah, I'm laddering Gunther with Larkin, so I don't need Larkin to absolutely wreck everything. I kind of like Schmaltz point.
I feel like
Keller
we're like the most up and down we've been.
Yeah, Keller at 3
on this in a while, but
Keller.
What about just Keller and Schmaltz point together?
Yeah, I mean that would probably be good, right? What's that come out to?
So you don't do Keller and Schmaltz point?
Yeah, because Keller's like gotta be like minus 190.
Oh, I think more.
Minus
Minus
300
minus
300. Together though, they do something else. They are minus 125 together.
Yeah, Keller and Schmaltz brings the parlay to plus 362.
That's one leg, though.
Yeah, it's just one
So
leg.
we do one more piece.
No, DeBrincat point, Beniers 2, Keller Schmaltz.
Yeah, but Keller Schmaltz
That's
counts
3
as one
legs.
leg.
Yeah.
Okay. That counts as one leg. All right.
We're dragging you into this world of degeneracy, whether you like it or not.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't call
Do you
those
guys like the
parlays.
Keller Schmaltz piece enough? They have points in 3 straight games. Must win.
Must
I'd
win.
rather just All right.
They are
What do you got for
minus
yeah,
$1 million.
Franco, what's the fifth leg then of this thing?
The 4th leg.
Fifth.
Yeah, 4th leg. I don't know, man. I guess
No done.
Jordan Eberle?
I mean, I'm between Schwartz under and then just doing like Flames money line.
Wow, look at Raymond's point history against Buffalo.
Is it crazy?
Yeah, and he hasn't had a point in 3 games.
Calgary
he
money
doesn't.
line brings it to plus 660.
Whoa.
Brinket
I
point,
kind of like that.
Beniers shots, Flames money line, Keller Schmaltz point, plus 660.
Oh, Suzuki 1.5 looked really good too.
Yeah.
If you want another, let's just keep adding legs and just see what happens. Wait, hold on. I might have. Let me see something real quick here. Last thing.
Yeah, Beniers Suzuki plus 571.
Nah, all right. Just leave Flames money line.
Flames
I was
money
gonna
line.
do a Canucks team total under, but
All right, so that's plus 660 on DraftKings. Once again, DeBrincat point, Beniers 2+ shots on goal, Calgary Flames money line, Clayton Keller point, Nick Schmaltz point, plus 660 on DraftKings.
4 legs.
4 legs. Yep, it's a 4-leg parlay. No matter what Gator says.
Yep. All right. Anything else to add?
The graphic better have those two together. It better not be separate.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it. I won't repost it.
They try and choke us through the screen right now.
I won't even repost it if they're separated and it looks like 5 legs.
You better hope both those two hit because your seat. I'm gonna put flame emojis around your seat next time for roasting us. Oh,
it is my turn to miss, but
it is.
You guys know Anaheim's gonna win tonight, right?
No, it doesn't matter as long as we get those 2 points.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
4-3 Anaheim.
all right, game starts at 7:30. Wow, so we actually have some time to put in our plays here and tweet them out. That's kind of nice. Anything
like
else to add
3:30
before we wrap up?
So no show this week, right?
on Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No show Friday this week. We'll be back next week, Monday. We'll also be starting our other show next week, Tuesday as well. So stay tuned for that. Next week, you get to see our beautiful faces 5 days a week. That should be something.
That's either a win or a loss. I don't know.
You
guys let us know in the comments.
Just by the way, I just texted you the slip in the group chat. Check out this 4-leg parlay. That's what the text says directly from the book.
Thanks, DraftKings, for confirming.
All right. We appreciate everyone for listening to today's show. Be sure to check out our 4-leg parlay. I will tweet that out shortly. All of our individual cards will also be posted shortly as well. So thank you to DraftKings and the Hockey Podcast Network. Hope everyone has a great rest of the week, and we will see you guys on Monday. Have a good one.